We are on the freaking outskirts of Denver already. Oh, you stopped me, but you're really, really weak, so we should be able to beat you without too many problems. And then the United States is not looking too hot. Italian involvement in La Cristiada. The Papist government of Italy has sent their support to the Catholic uprising in central Mexico. Hundreds of the military advisors and a good cache of arms have arrived in the rebel-held land. We can't tolerate them meddling in our internal affairs. Well, that's it. We're definitely supporting Socialist Italy. No doubt about it. Absolutely, 100%. Uh-oh, those cavalry aren't doing too well. Where are the other cavalry? We need you. Really? That's a fight you're yeah, kind of losing. It's probably because you just have no troops. You're a very small division. We're not at war with them, so why is our border... Oh, I see, it's another extension here. We don't need that. Belgrade Pact has been founded. Right, cavalry unit. No, go this way. And then go and assist in the attack on Denver. You were pushed back, apparently. Unacceptable. We'll see if they're actually fortifying Denver. I kind of doubt it. Hawaii is the clear winner with their great potential. Does Hawaii actually have a focus tree? Yes, they do. Might need to try them at some point, maybe. I love how Hawaii has a focus tree, but Oceania doesn't. Oceania is a lot bigger. There's Denver. Fallen to the might of Mexico. Let's send you to go and grab that. End of the Cristero Uprising. The Mexican army, after a tough fight, has managed to defeat the Cristero Uprising, also known as La Cristiada. At last, Mexico is free from the perfidious influence of the Catholic Church. We can now continue our reforms and keep up with our project of transforming the country into a respected atheist republic. We gain Joaquin Ruiz, which grants daily political power cost reduction. And also, Totalists get another 10% power. We're up to 91% already. We've done a very good job of seizing power here. Oh wait, you're already going to that one. Are there any other victory points? Where's their capital now? Oh, it's still St. Louis, apparently. Downfalls and stability, yeah. Unavoidable. And this unit is really holding out. The Rocky Mountain Division. Impressive. Construction 2 and support weapons. Let's get radio so that we can get reinforcements up and running faster. Still 37. Don't really need any of those. We could, however, get field hospitals. I think that would be a good idea. Although that does mean that I'll need to start building some motorized. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to queue up motorized and then just leave it there. So that when I get my focus, which is the military industrialization, we'll get it. Burma fell to syndicalism. Excellent. We're just expanding our holdings out here. Come on, the United States must be close to capitulation, surely. We've just taken another victory point. I want you to go and grab that. Oh, here's some. Hello. Bulgaria declared war on Serbia. And we have dockyards. Oh, we've captured some dockyards. Let's get some convoys under construction, I think. Of course, we've taken all of the attacks on oil. Lovely. Let's go and crush them, please. Russia announces her ambitions. Do that. And then we can get a full crush there. Korea has declared war on Japan. Japan. So, did Chansuma make a comeback? They didn't. They annexed them. Interesting. I was completely wrong. Let's make sure we take all of that stuff. And you two are both fully trained. Let's add you to that list. Now we have 15 divisions, if my maths is correct. And we can now send volunteers. Marvellous. Right, what are we short on? I think we're going to need more of those, and more of those, more of those, because I want to start upgrading my divisions. Making them a little bit more potent. Romanian Civil War. We're actually getting a lot of experience in our forces, which is fantastic. And more factories, though we have just lost our naval dockyard, apparently. Somehow. Who rules Russia? Romanov. No, they're authoritarian Democrat. Although they are still the Russian Republic. Oops. Mouse got lost. Yeah, they stayed a republic. Interesting. Modernize the Hados, which is more construction speed. We're going to have a fair amount of construction speed, actually, which is awesome. Come on, America, you must be dead. There goes the United Baltic Duchy. Let's go Des Moines, and then... what was that? Minneapolis. And this army here is entirely unnecessary. As is that army. Great gains in the Great Plains. Not so much over here. Let's start getting some light tank production going. I should also start on a doctrine. Haven't done that yet. You do indeed only need the base game, yes. Lack of wrangle is disappointing. Lack of wrangle is very disappointing. Right, you four are also in the wrong place. We don't need to be guarding that border, people. That border is safe. Can't believe they're still holding Norfolk. That's probably what's keeping them in this war. Bloody mouse. Let's just make sure we get this border so that the CSA don't take it all. It's the main reason. Because as long as they're bordering us, they can't attack into it. Close. Very, very close. The United States is almost dead. There it is. We got the most points. I mean, the others will also be taking some territory, but we did get the most. Right. What do we want to take? Texas is surprisingly expensive. But I want at least that piece. And then I want this. Can't quite afford that. Now I can. CSA is taking that area. We've taken Texas at least. No, if I pass there, they're definitely taking some. I'll take that. Take that. Gonna have to pass. Yeah, I thought you'd take a big chunk. But then I can afford all of this. And I'm amazed that no one has taken Tennessee yet. I can't take it and I don't particularly want it right now, so I'm just going to... Done. AUS took it. Alright, so we took a pretty big chunk out of the Americas there. So did the CSA. American Union State didn't get much, but that's probably because I cut them off from fighting the USA for quite a long time. So who took Washington? Oh, CSA took Washington. Non-aggression pact with you? No, I don't think so. So we've got Reconquista. I think I just need to let some time pass before I can go after California. Still can't take it. Why? Were Pacific States of America is not in a faction? No, they're not. Mexican States controls Arizona. No other countries guaranteed them. I doubt they have. Oh, they're in a faction. Guaranteed by Canada. Okay, so we can't take California anytime soon. Uruguayan, Eu Melhado, Eloidba. Thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate that. They're in the American alliance alone. Oh, they are as well. In that case, we'll have to go and pick a fight with someone else. Or else just... Okay, we can justify, we just need more political power. So I think what we're going to do is we are going to go after the AUS. And do something like that. The American Civil War. The Americas developed in Civil War and we must help our brothers in the CSA. So you want me to send more stuff? I don't really want to send more stuff, but alright. Alright, how much will it cost to add... Whoops. Oh, I don't have the hospitals yet. Because I am still researching them, fair enough. So if I wanted to, theoretically, upgrade all of my units to artillery, or my infantry units anyway, could I? Close. Very close. That'll do. Anarcho-syndicalist uprising. Spain is collapsing into anarchy and the CNTFAI is our brother in the supporting the cause of the working class. We should send aid at once. Publicly send them aid. Because I can totally afford it. Am I going to need to retrain anyone? No, because they had so much experience anyway. Lovely. When can totalists justify war goals? I guess immediately? Where would I find that out? Join faction tension limit? No. Generate war goal tension limit? I think they can just always do it. Okay. I would also very much like to make some more divisions, but A, manpower is running rather short, and B, I don't really have the equipment for it right now. I also really want to upgrade my units. India declared war on Nepal. I think I'm going to... No, I'm going to leave that as it is. Kind of surprised I didn't get more industry from everything I just conquered, though. Because the industry that I have is what I built for myself with my focus. Alright, next we can get the construct steel factories, and then we can get the industrial mobilization, which is something I totally forgot to do while we're at war. We never had the political power, never mind. So we'll grab that, and then we'll get the mobilization for free. And then hopefully we'll be in a position to go after the American Union State. Because we do generate quite a lot of political power now. It would not take me very long to overcome that deficit at all. Excellent, new guns. Still 37. I think we need to start on a doctrine, so here's where we need to start thinking about what we want to do. We'd already decided it was Grand Battle Plan, didn't we? Because we wanted the infantry bonuses. From here. Modernize High Command. Division Organization +5. Or purge the High Command, which gives us more political power. Also potentially useful. Although it's still really early in the game, we generate quite a lot. But either way, Grand Battle Plan. So we need to start researching Grand Battle Plan. Am I playing a specific DLC? Well, I'm playing with all of the DLC, but more specifically, this is the Kaiserreich mod, which is basically asking the question, what would have happened if Germany had won the First World War? Hey, Dravy. Totalist in the Baratia Commune. Everyone to go in Totalist. Marvellous. And actually, that's true. I should be renaming these after people. Let's do that now. Where's my list? Here it is. This is Mexico. I'm going to say that Alpha Brain gets the army. This is the Alpha army. And then the Navy, I could call the Dravy Navy. I mean, Dravy, do you always want navies and things named after you, or do you prefer to sometimes have land units? I'll leave that one to you. Like, I'm not always going to have the Dravy Navy, but when there is a navy, you're a pretty good candidate for it. Alright, let's upgrade our guns to the Mondragon MO8s. Don't care one way or another. Good enough for me. Dravy Navy. Although I must admit, it's not a very strong navy. You haven't appeared in the game for a little while, so I think this is fine. Blow some people's minds. The Dravy Army! No! Have I ever played as Deutsche Mittelafrika? No, not yet. A lot of people are saying that I should, so maybe I should. At some point. Probably. Maybe. Possibly. Now the other thing that I could do is either upgrade these to motorized. In fact, I already have a template which allows me to do that. How much would that cost me? Cost 600 motorized. Ouch! Alright, we need rather more motorized. So I'm going to dial back the amount of guns we're making. I'm going to increase the amount of motorized. Bulgaria and Serbia signed a white peace. Really? Oh, because Romania wasn't in the war. I think that was a Bulgarian victory there. Iron Guard Romania just won as well. Ha! Interesting. Tried to play with the Kaiserreich DLC, but there is a problem with the events windows. That is probably localization. Try switching your game to English, and I would suspect that will solve the problem. Because a lot of mods don't bother doing foreign language localization because it's just more effort. So generally, if you're having a problem with text not appearing, try running it in English, and it should work. And also, big difference, this is not a DLC, this is a mod. DLCs are official things released by Paradox, the company that makes this game, while mods are voluntary. Just to make sure you're aware of the difference there. Oh man, the CSA is crushing them. I don't like this, because I want to take them out. All your stuff will belong to me. Yeah, I used to work on a mod called Prophecy of Pendor for Mountain Blade, and that was very often what the problem was. And I suspect the same is true for other mods. Alright, it is January 38, which means research time. Polish state declared war on Ruthenia. GG Poland. I know. Let's declare war on the strongest nation in the world while they're not distracted with a stronger nation. Great idea. Right, we have the steel factories. And now we can get industrial mobilization, which is the one that I really wanted. An oil industry, considering I own Texas, not a huge deal. Alright, that goes to early mobilization. Yeah, it is that one. Okay. And then that would allow me to get partial mobilization before we even go to war. Which would be quite nice. And it saves me 100. Well, it saves me 30 political, 30 political power, essentially. Kaiserreich, Mexico feels a bit like Kaiserreich Soviet Union. I would say that Kaiserreich Soviet Union is Commune of France. Does Mexico have quite a few events in Kaiserreich? Yes, quite a few. Like, many of them are in the beginning when you're trying to decide which faction to go with, so unfortunately you missed that. But yes, it does have a lot. Good work on Pendor. Burnt a few hundred hours on that mod. Buddy, so did I. More than a few hundred, in fact. I see what's happened here. You're trying to defend that. Well, you don't need to. Please stop. In fact, after this, I'm going to stop with focuses for a while because I want to generate enough so that we can declare war on the AUS before they completely die. And then I should probably send some volunteers to the CNTFAI. Although right now it looks like they're doing okay. You would say the German Reich is the Commune of France. What? Oh, I see what you mean. They have a focus for the purges, assassination at the start being similar to Trotsky. Yeah, I can see the similarities. Yep, okay. Fair point. Alright, 38. Still can't get those 39 technologies. We're still researching the 34 light tanks, though. That is what we will need to go towards. We're still getting Grand Battle Plan. Can't get the encryption decryption just yet. Can't get those. Do I want artillery, or am I going to use light tank SPGs? I'm going to use light tank SPGs, so I'm not going to bother with artillery. Which means, let's get engineers. We do have 29 civilian factories. Okay, so I guess because it was so early on in the game, the USA didn't have that many factories up and running yet. Not many military factories anyway, but loads of civilian ones. So we should be able to build up our civilian stuff pretty quickly. In fact, thinking about it, we probably want to shift our industrial focus to the Americas. Because most of Mexico, frankly, is just terrible. Increase in stability. Lovely jubbly. That's going to increase our output. We're at 400 motorised. Is that enough? No, it was 600, wasn't it? But it's enough for one of you. Let's make the smaller one, because you might require additional training. You do. Industrial mobilisation has been completed. We're going to sit here with no focus so that we can get enough AE to, or enough political power to invade. Because I have a feeling we're going to need to do it, and soon. Especially if they cut us off completely. That would be absolutely terrible. Romania is like Hitler in this game. Well, the Socialists, so the Union of Britain and Commune of France, are more like the Nazi Germany. They went radical rather than Germany did. Light tank, 36. When is the next one? 41 for light tanks. So 36 we need to get the SPG and then start churning those out. That's fine. Alright, we're at 0. So to justify the war goal, we need to have 38 more. So it costs 40 in total. How long will that take? Lasts 200 days. It doesn't say how long it will take. I have a feeling we're going to be too late. In which case I might go after the Pacific states and Canada and then the CSA. Although pushing through here to get to Canada would be far harder than pushing through here to get to Canada. No, I think we need to take out the CSA first. Or we could turn our eyes south. Especially if we want the CSA to actually put up a fight. Just to make the game a bit harder. So far Mexico has been kind of easy mode. Fall of Atlanta. Yeah, I think we've lost our window. Yeah, we've lost our window of opportunity. In that case, we'll put it on you. And say that upstate New York is clearly Mexican. 100%. Without a doubt. Totally Mexican. And then we need to shift you guys as well. So what how do we want to do this? Because this is going to be one hell of a long line. So we're going to have you two in a separate army, probably. We'll have you guys preparing to do that. And I'm going to say take this. We're going to cut them in half. We're going to take this bit and then we'll push east. Because that'll be a much smaller border, which honestly helps us more than them. This might be an absolutely terrible decision though.